Hi everyone, Matt Father here with another exciting backyard baseball video. I have to get my Integrity recording stuff set up, so that is why you currently can't hear the in-game music, but I'm getting things situated here. Got my recording going. Type in our passcode. That should be my passcode. Okay, so now we should be ready to get into the game here. Play my game. Yeah, okay. So let's get things going with game number 2 here. In our first game, we had a very tight contest with the White Sox, but thanks to the home field advantage aspect, we were able to come up with a win for league purposes, as well as the win showing up in game here. I'm mostly off of the strength of Fabien's Grand Slam. Give us most of our runs in that one, and gonna need probably a bit better of a performance this week against the Expos, who are the only other team in the 2001 league to have Ekman Acres as their home park, so we kind of get an extra home game, and I'm glad it worked out like that because the Expos have Kimmy Ekman, and they would have sucked to have a home field advantage in a game where I'm boosting one of their players by quite a bit. But this is that Expos team that we'll be facing. I actually had a trade with them during the draft, sent Sally Dobbs and some higher picks their way for Susan Gore, the Ken Griffey clone. And some lower picks, so moved down later in the draft. So what that ultimately accomplished is, well, we have two kind of sluggers plus all-around talents in Susan and Pablo that were taken in the first round. Their team doesn't really have one single amazing standout player. Sally, Brenda, Veronica, Barbara are all very good, but not like round one superstar kind of players. But they also have a much deeper team than mine. They probably outside of George on the mound, no real dead spots in the lineup. They all hit the ball very well. Most of them are at least reasonably speedy, especially with Kimi at home here. So it's a good team. There's no doubt about that. Good defense. No major holes to try to hit the ball to. Maybe trying to get the ball like past Uma into the outfield, but she is faster than our second base person, second base woman, Fabienne. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Going to need a pretty good score here to compete with this Expo squad, I think, but we'll do the best we can there. The one thing I was going to change offensively is swapping Chucky and Nan. So Chucky up to 7th, Nan 8th. Otherwise, our same lineup as last time. Pablo, Ashley, Sydney, Susan. So spell pass with their first names here. Jordan, Fabienne, Chucky, Nan, and Vincent behind the plate. And gonna run our same defense out there as the AI defense, for now at least. If anything needs to change mid-game, we'll handle that, but gonna be hoping for a little bit more consistency on some of our power hitters and to try to pick up this away game win at our home ballpark. So we get one extra kind of home game this season. I think that was all I was really concerned about, but yeah, really going to be trying to get the ball into the outfield, and even that's going to be a little iffy on how things work out. I don't know who their primary sub pitcher is, Sally or Brenda or Uma maybe. Probably the most likely, at least. So that might be something to look out for if we can knock George out of the game to begin with, but we'll see how that goes as well. And got the new file set up in, so we have a new glitched logo in the background here. With no obvious weaknesses on this defense, I'm not going to worry too much about hitting location, I guess, but just looking for good pitches to hit. With Pablo leading things off. That is a strike, but not a great pitch to hit on the inside part of the plate, so we'll be a little more patient than that. Same with that hook from George that does catch the low and inside corner. Down to 2 strikes on Pablo, or up to 2 strikes on Pablo. But get another hook below the strike zone, so 2 and 2 on Pablo now. Pablo hits it high in the air with a line drive swing, but it looks like Sally's going to settle underneath it. Bobbles it at first, but does make the catch on her second effort.
I'm gonna crush this one.
Pablo hit that one a little higher in the air than we would have liked for a line drive swing. As Ashley comes in second here. It's a good pitch to hit on the outside part of the plate, but fouls it back. Then takes the second pitch below the strike zone for a ball. Ashley and her sister both known for their batting eye, so we get a pretty good idea of where the pitch is going to land. Ashley hits that one hard, but right at Artie in left field for the second out of the inning.
Pass the ball out of here.
Okay, and her sister get a little bit luckier with location here. It's a pretty good pitch to hit, a little high in the strike zone, and pulls it foul with the first pitch. That one is going to be called a strike, but a little lower in the strike zone than I really wanted. And we're down 0-2 pretty quickly here. Get a third pitch well below the strike zone though. Still alive at 1-2. Pretty good location to swing at. I might regret taking that one even though it was called a ball. And that was a perfect pitch to hit, but just mistimed the swing, unfortunately. We go down 1-2-3 there in the top of the first. Not exactly what we're looking for. Left hook. Forgot what type of pitch Chucky was good at. Yeah, against all these quality batters for the Expos, we'll be throwing a lot of low and inside left hooks. Hoping they don't make us pay. Veronica didn't there and goes down on 3 pitches for a strikeout. Sally looks like she's set up in an open stance, I think, but still gonna throw it to her in that same spot. She whiffs pretty hard at a first pitch, left hook. Looks like that one's going to go foul before Vincent can get to it, and it does. So fouls off weakly the second pitch for strike 2. Some reason switches stance and swings right through a third left hook. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts for Chucky to start things off. Not bad. And picks up some more juice. So not worry too much about our juice here. So that hook was nasty, catching the corner of the strike zone. Second one at least was more reasonably a strike, but Barbara's just looking at it. Hacks right through the third hook, files it back behind the plate, and puts that one in play, but right back to Chucky for an easy third out. So 1-2-3 inning on our side as well, but might regret not getting a base runner on for Susan if we can show up with a big swing here. First pitch gonna miss inside though. Susan hasn't gotten in the hold of anything so far this season, but there's a threat to do so at pretty much any time. Fouls off the second pitch from George that was pretty much right down the middle. And watches another one go by high. So 2-1 on Susan here. Susan hits that ball high and deep, and Sally... Off Sally's head! A Conseco home run! Oh, man. Really wish a Weber would have gotten on last inning, but that's fun at least. Solo shot for Susan here in the bottom of the second. Get our scoring started. Make sure we don't get shut out at least. I feel bad for Sally out there. I was excited to have her on my team this season, but Susan showing her up in that particular battle, but Sally has a lot of good qualities that you want on your team, as Jordan puts that one in a pretty good spot. It beats out the throw to first. Good job, Jordan. I've been having trouble reaching base with him in some practice games, but he looked pretty good there. Try to send him towards second here. I'm going to take that pitch anyways. Pretty good throw from Nikki. Yeah. Didn't have a great shot to get him to second, and we'll scamper back to first and let Fabienne try to put a good swing on the ball. And she does so. Crushed out towards center. Is it gone? Yes, it is! 2-run home run from Fabienne to follow up Susan's solo shot. Give us a 3-0 lead here in the early going. Gonna need a lot of those from Fabienne this season, but she's looked pretty good so far here in the early going. 2 feet, not too shabby. Right out to that deepest part of the ballpark, and still cleared the fence with at least a little bit of room to spare. Brings up Chucky in this kind of dead part of our lineup, but he's batting 1,000 so far. Gets a couple balls to start off this at-bat. A little wild from George now. Puts that one in play, but gonna go right to Barbara, who is pretty killer shortstop. Tires him easily. Might have actually been better off open stance there. Still trying to get used to the somewhat recent revelations about the strike zone, or like the quality of hit zone, I guess, is the real thing. It makes good contact there, but it is going to go right to Kimmy at third. And Nan is also retired. Brings up Vincent at the bottom of our order. If he could get on, we'd have a pretty good situation for Pablo. Puts a good swing on it. Can he get there? Yeah, good job, Vincent. That ball hard up the middle. Veronica fielded it well and relayed it into Uma, but Vincent is just fast enough to do that, and has plenty of stamina. So a couple clicks there didn't drain a whole lot. So we've got a good shot for Pablo here. None on that one though. Might be enough bouncing around for us to reach. So do get a single, but we're going to need a pretty quality hit from Ashley here to continue to
I'm gonna
move Vincent
sling the ball
around.
out of here.
Really just got lucky with a high pop-up. Kimmy and Barbara probably both fairly aggressive. Is a problem I've noticed with my team too. Yeah, it's a fine hit. No, not even. Ashley herself gets out, so we'll lead off with Sydney and Susan next inning. But got a few runs on the board. Haven't given any up yet. As Nikki makes a interesting decision to lay down a bunt. Gonna relay the ball through at Vincent behind the plate. Chucky's arm is a little bit weaker. I would rather him save his stamina. But Vincent can easily make the throw to first. Nikki got farther than I thought he would have. If a different player had laid down a bunt right there, we might have had trouble actually getting them out at first. It's something that's moderately concerning from the AI defense perspective. I guess we can't lay down bunts as humans, so not exactly that could have happened for a human opponent, but weak ground balls might give this defense a little trouble if they can manage that. We had a 3-pitch strikeout of, who was batting? Brenda. And brings up Uma for the third batter in this inning. Chucky up to 3 strikeouts so far. Has yet to throw anything but a low and inside left hook, I believe. And picks up strikeout number 4 on Uma. The 86 Wells definitely have a few bad vision, bad eye players.
I'm gonna
Which
smack
is
the ball
not the
out
worst
of here.
thing on the human side, but usually on the AI side means, especially with low contact as well, like Sally and Uma both have, makes it difficult for the AI to pick up hits. Back to us here in the top of the third. Sydney again leading things off as we lead 3-0. Takes 2 strikes on the first 2 pitches, and he's going to swing at this pitch. Hits it right at Barbara, who stands in and makes the catch. So our line drivers are struggling so far in this one. As I kind of thought, not a lot of room for, well, not a lot of gaps in this defense, I guess is a good way to put it. So gonna need some help from our power hitters, as Susan rips into that one but pulls it foul. So falls behind 0-2. We'll switch to line drive here, just want to put the ball in play. It's a pretty good pitch to hit. Might have been far enough outside that closed was the answer, but just wanted to make sure I got contact with it. Susan hits that ball hard out towards center. Veronica was right under it, but cannot make the catch. So we'll get a kind of lucky single there. Shouldn't seriously have to worry about getting doubled up, but I might try for like a hit and run here, depending on where the ball gets thrown by George. So far the answer is too far inside, as the first 2 pitches are wide of the strike zone. It's a strike, but I really want to swing at it anyways. And sending Susan isn't the worst thing. Might be on that one. Oh, they flub it. Run, Susan, run. All right. We're getting Susan and Jordan on base safely, as Uma and Barbara coming over from shortstop fought over that one. It's got 2 on for Fabian. Ooh, not there. That's going to be a double play probably. Yeah, that sucks. Thought it was a pretty good pitch to hit, but Fabian just hit it right into the ground. That's gonna be trouble if we allow any base runners in particular. I would have liked something a little bit better from Fabian there. Even something deep into the outfield might have been enough, as Artie crushes that one towards left. It's not out, but... Sydney has a cannon. I forgot about that. Not out, but the first hit of the game for these Expos. As Susan goes back on it, but can't make the catch, unfortunately. Now we're in a tough situation, although Kimmy's gonna not help us out.
Way to go, sis!
Had to take some user control over that pop fly, as my highly aggressive team didn't feel like going to try to get that ball. But we got Fabian under it and almost made a throw to first for a double play. Wow! Okay, crazy bunt, and Ashley ends up catching it without the ball ever hitting the ground. That was cool. So they used up their used up one charge of crazy bunt. Did move Artie to second. Didn't really have a chance at a double play there. Oh, she didn't actually catch it, but it... she was on first, so she got the force out at first. That crazy bunt we keep in the infield, so they don't advance any further, but we now have runners on second and third. 2 outs. Can we get Sally here? Do they have another crazy bunt? Do not appear to have another crazy bunt. And Sydney, over to her sister Ashley, gets the third out with no run allowed, thank goodness. Whew. Got a little lucky on those crazy bunts there. That's the dead part of our lineup here, but Chucky looks like he's going to get away with the single. Just barely. On a hit out into left field that was relayed through Barbara at short. With the speed of our current runners here, we're going to be trying for some kind of hit and run situation, I think. And that one gets hit up in the air. But Chucky is thankfully able to make it back in time. Nan was supposed to keep that one on the ground at least. No such luck. And I forgot to turn off the steal attempt, so Chucky's going to retreat back. And we're just going to have to rely on Vincent to do something here. Other than ground into a double play, which would be the worst case scenario. 3 straight balls to open up the at-bat here. So we certainly will not be swinging at this pitch, and probably won't be swinging at the next pitch either. If we could work a walk here, we'd have 2 on for Pablo. Yeah, sweet. Haha, Vincent sweet in particular. So, nice job from Chucky and Vincent here to both reach base. Easily could have stalled out our lineup, but... Really just Nan with the problem. Take that one. No, it is called a strike. Catches the bottom of the strike zone. Hard to tell with Pablo's little strike zone here, honestly, sometimes. Ugh, we needed that one to be better than that from Pablo. Ugh. Looked like a good pitch to hit, but alas, now we really need some
I'm gonna crush this
luck
one.
with Ashley. We're gonna put more than a few runs on the board. She has it in her to just line it right down left field and at least get credit for a home run or a double or something, but we shall see. She got all of that one! Line drive, home run over the left center field fence. Let's go, Ashley! 368 foot. Whew. Good pitch location. Probably good timing. I don't really know how that works still, honestly. But you can hear the thump on that swing. It clears the fence in left center. At least gets us back to our scoring output from last week. Against this pretty solid defense. Feels pretty good. Can still threaten for more with Sydney up at the plate. Gets a good swing on it, but Kimmy is going to just make a catch right over at third base. So no further damage, but we'll have a pretty good part of our lineup in Susan, Jordan, Fabian up in the top of the fifth. We'd really like to pick up a power-up swing from one of our fielding or batting player this inning or next inning. That was a mistake from Barbara, but she gets back to first in time. So a single there. But yeah, probably we'll get to Chucky again next inning, so power up would be nice. Whew. Ashley coming through there was huge for any real chance of coming away with this game. And Chucky's getting a little tired here. We're going to go ahead and fire off some juice with an 0-2 count here on Nikki. Do get another strikeout. Number 5 of the game. We should also see a new pitcher for the Expos next inning. We do get some more juice from that extra strikeout, so a good call ultimately. Okay, didn't even try to make a throw to second. I don't think we could have possibly gotten a double play with where that ball went. The lead runner does move up to second though, which is somewhat concerning. Didn't feel great about going right to second and potentially not getting any outs, especially with Uma up to bat. She does hit it in play, and Jordan makes a nice catch out in center field. That would have been at least a run if he hadn't managed the catch there. I think Barbara has enough speed to come home from that, but thankfully didn't have to worry about it. George still on the mound for right now. I think this is where, yeah, they switch out. So George is going to go cover right field. Probably is still fine stamina-wise, but isn't a great outfielder with his catching skills. Plenty of speed, though. Sally misses low with her first pitch. Does not miss with her second pitch. Susan puts a good swing on it, but pulls it foul down the right field line. I think would have been a homer even above the brick oven out there if it had stayed fair, but it's all right. Sally misses outside with her third pitch, the fourth pitch of the at-bat. So Susan's at a 3-1 count. Gets a real nice pitch to hit. Maybe a little high in the strike zone, but something Susan could punish. Fouls it back though, so full count. We'll switch to line drive. And we line it hard, but foul down the right field line, unfortunately. Still have this and one more set of at-bats. 6 outs to try to put some more runs on the board. That one does catch the bottom of the strike zone. Thought it might be low. Susan strikes out. Unfortunate. Maybe will give us a chance with hitting a power-up pitch here, but have to see what Sally opts for. Opts for a pitch that Jordan is able to get a hit on. Barbara was in a perfect location, but couldn't make the catch. Uma was right there too, and almost caught it, but did not. And so Jordan had enough time to make it to first. I'm gonna send him towards second, but a good throw once again from Nikki means no real opportunity for a steal. So we'll hold him on first and see if Fabienne can do it again. Not on that pitch, but thankfully just fouls it back instead of putting it in play. 1-1 now. Do get an elevator is what their power-up pitch is, and it comes up and is a strike. So I should have swung at it, but honestly wasn't sure where it was going. Fabienne has worked it to a full count now. Really doesn't want to take a walk, but well, if we have to. That one is fair, and it is gone down the right field line. Fabienne's second home run in this game crushes that one over everything in right field. 383 feet seems short. I don't know if there's something out there that stopped it that we just can't really see on screen, or if it wasn't quite as hard hit as I thought. For a kid, that's still really far to hit a home run. But nice. Okay. We clear our bases. Don't get stuck with Fabienne on base. Get this interesting part of our lineup going. It could be a dead spot, but they've actually done pretty well for themselves so far today. Chucky looking to pick up his second hit of the ball game if he can. 8-0 lead now as well. Feels pretty good. It's a tough field to score a whole bunch of runs at. Sally looks a little wild and has thrown 3 straight pitches outside the zone to Chucky to start things off. Does find the zone with pitch number 4 that we had no interest in swinging at. And Chucky earns himself a walk on pitch number 5. Does once again mean that we have to be a little bit careful to not get doubled up. Sit here in an open stance and try to set up a hit and run with Man and Chucky and hope for the best. So far, Sally continues to be wild. And this is first 2 pitches to Nan. That one was a strike, but not something I could get to from an open stance, easily at least. So we'll take it. And does put the bat on the ball there, but fouls it back. Uh-oh.
All right.
Double play. Infield had shifted way in for Nan's at-bat there. Can't really blame them. And we had no real chance to get either of them to base safely. So we'll be leading off with Vincent and then Pablo in our last efforts. But first, gotta get through this Expos lineup. Already hit the ball really well last time up, but hits a little dribbler back to Chucky this time. And goes out easily for the first out of the inning. Kimmy does her usual hilarious wind-up swing and whiffs hard at that one, but hits that one well, but not out towards left field. Is Susan under it? Yes. Does she make the catch? Also yes. So no base runner there. Thankfully, again, they should have another batting power-up. We can't seem to pick one up this game, but the AI has their second. Tried to split up my weaker and slower players on my AI batting lineup, but definitely possible they will get double played as well, which is a bit of a problem. Chucky picks up another strikeout there to end the bottom of the fifth, though, so no chance for the AI to use that batting power-up so far. And as previously mentioned, we've got Vincent leading off our last chance here at the plate. Takes first pitch for ball, swings right through the second pitch for a strike. Was a strike anyways, so no real damage done there. Was too tempted at that elevator to not swing at it. And Vincent makes it safely. It took Sally was pretty tired, I guess, is part of the problem. But and Nikki's slow, so Vincent makes it safely. We'll see if that matters. We've got to get through quite a few batters here to get back to Chucky and use this undergrounder. As I call timeout right in the middle of a pitching change. Uma does come in to pitch. Sally is over at second now. Pablo, not a great swing there. Now we're going to get Vincent at second. Struggling with these power swings from Pablo so far today.
I'm gonna crush this one.
He is credited with a single, but not a very impressive one. Brings up our first Weber. Pablo's able to steal second there. Nobody was really covering second, and it was bobbled ultimately as well. So it makes me feel a little better about our chances. He's still doing fine. Juice-wise, kind of wasted it, but it's okay. Especially a waste if Ashley ends up drawing a walk. But so far, just 2-0 is the count. Does get a strike there from Uma, and a bad swing at it, but pulls it foul down the third baseline. Ball's outside, and we'll go ahead and take it. Just worked it to a 3-1 count. Gets another pretty good pitch to hit from an open stance, but pulls it foul as well, so full count now. Ball curved back over the plate more than I was thinking. She pulls it pretty well, but right at Barbara at shortstop.
I'm gonna smash the ball out of here.
Need a good swing from Sydney here. Whiffs at that one though from a squared stance. That I think was a good choice, but that ball. Oh, that's going to be another out. Dang it. Barbara fielding well over at shortstop. So that well-earned power-up from Vincent didn't end up mattering, unfortunately. We're going to finish with 8 runs on our side. Doesn't feel like that's going to be enough, but you never know. As Chucky misses, that's might have been his first ball of the game. That's going to be a single as well. Dang it. So they have a runner on, and they have a power-up swing, which usually means they'll use said power-up swing. Could be in trouble, not to lose the game, but to give up some number of runs to the AI here. But maybe Sally just whiffed with the only swing they got. Or maybe now she just whiffed with their second swing. Yeah, I don't think using a power-up pitch is going to change too much, so throw another hook in there. Sally watches it go by that time and goes down for Chucky's 7th strikeout of this one.
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bags $1. All for our team.
Brings up Barbara, who aluminum powers it way out in right field. Yeah, that sucks, but I don't think I could have done too much about it. Not get bubbled up to begin with. 8-2, so just a +6. And hopefully that'll be it for us. Frustrating. But again, I mean, they might still just crush anything, but aluminum power definitely skews the odds in their favor. Brings up Nikki, who goes down pretty quickly, 0-2. And watches the third one go by for his second strikeout. Chucky's 8th overall. And Brenda Markart for hopefully the last batter of the game here for the Expos. Hits it hard, but right at Nan at third, who fires it across to Ashley. And we do get out of there with no further damage done. But 8-2, it's okay at our home park here, but it had some definite missed opportunities. I feel like Pablo was the biggest issue there, honestly. Credited with 2 hits, but did not come through when we needed him. The Webbers as well are supposed to be our consistent base base hitters. It's not a good way to put it, but other than Ashley's super clutch home run, which again, props to her for that one. We would have been in much worse shape without that. But that top of the order was not coming through for us as well as we would have liked. Otherwise, another very solid game from Fabienne with her 2 home runs. Jordan doing well to get on base for Fabienne, scoring 2 runs from those home runs. And Vincent and Chucky both reaching base twice. Oh, Vincent reached 3 times. So great job from those 2 down at the bottom. Move things along, try to get things going for Pablo and the Webbers, but again, didn't all work out as we would have liked. But let me get this score submitted so I can stop everything else going on here. Again, would I like to do just a little bit better on offense and to not give up those double plays on defense that are always killer. But that's going to do it for me, and thanks for tuning in for this one.